All right, guys, happy Monday. Welcome to June. Super exciting new month, and it is so great that let me make sure. Hold on 1 second. It's probably my Wi-Fi. 1 second. Okay, we should be better. Oh, let me see. Hopefully that's better now. Is that better? Okay. Happy Monday. Let me see. I think I'm so frozen. Am I still frozen? Better now? Am I back? Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay. Okay. All right, we're back. All right. Happy Monday. Welcome to June. Super exciting. This is convention month, and that just is so exciting in of itself, just to know that we're all going to be together here shortly. And if you're not going to be with us, I hope that you will just soak all of the stories in, all of the posts, and follow along as much as you can, because convention is so amazing. And I'm telling you, if you have not bought your convention ticket yet and you still want to go to Nashville, we still have room for you. Like, there is still time for you to come. It is the best time, literally, to be so inspired and to have all the training and to be around like 10,000 people who are all in the same. And Plexus parties are like no other parties. So it's going to be a blast. So I am excited. And I don't know if you guys saw the post today from Plexus, but there are like 3 new things coming at convention. And I am so pumped about this, because that just means momentum for you and your team, and new energy and new excitement. But with that new energy and that new excitement, you have to be ready for it. And that means you have to amp up your connections and your messaging and all of that now, so that you're ready for all of that. But we will talk convention later on. Congratulations to Leah, who has already earned her cruise for a leaders retreat. So congratulations to Leah. That is super duper exciting. And I just have to say, that is just the daily action, day in and day out, and not being scared to follow up, not being scared to ask for the sale, and just being bold and having that energy. Guys, that's really all it takes. It is so simple. But anyways, we are going to, it never fails that I get on Zoom and the dogs start wrestling. So today we are going to June goal set. And I just thought it was so perfect, because it's the beginning of the month. It's the first Monday of the month, and it's just going to start our month off on the right foot. And so that's why I asked you to bring your notepad and your pen and your paper, or the notes on your phone, whatever you want, but you're going to want to write some things down as we go through this. So the most important thing about goal setting is that this pen touches that paper, because when your pen touches the paper, you automatically start manifesting what this is telling you, and your heart. That's the most important. So I want you to be writing your goals down. And so something I told my team last week when we had our team Zoom is, Mel Robbins did this thing of ways to get unstuck. And she says the ways to get unstuck is to write down 5 dreams every single morning. And so that's what my girls and I have been doing, is we're writing down 5 dreams every single morning. So when you wake up, open the notes on your phone, get a piece of paper, leave it in a notebook, whatever, write it down. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's the biggest, audacious Bora Bora trip, whatever it is, I want you to write it down. And so when you're writing this down, it is allowing you to dream. It's allowing you to open up that space in your mind and your heart to dream again, because how many of us don't dream, right? We live in this little box and we do this little thing and, oh, that would never happen. I couldn't do that. That's not for me. Whatever we tell ourselves. Write down 5 dreams every single morning. I don't care what they are. 5 wants, 5 dreams, however you want to say it. They can be, I want to get out of debt and invest money. I want to give and tithe more than I've ever been able to. I want to travel with who I want, when I want, where I want, right? I want to be able to do this. I want to do this, or whatever it is. Write your 5 dreams down every single morning. And I can already see mine, like I say, like growing and like changing already just within like the 2 weeks that I've been doing this, but they can be the same every single day. They can be 5 different ones. Don't judge yourself. Don't be like, yeah, that would never happen, but I'm going to write it down anyways. Just write it down. Just write it down. Don't smirk at yourself. Don't be all judgy. Just write it down. Allow yourself to have that space to dream and to allow it. And that's why I think the pen to paper is so important, because you're actually allowing yourself to do it. But if you do it in the notes on your phone, some mornings I do that. I just date it so I know where I left off. So 5 dreams every morning. I want you guys to start that habit. If you've got to put a alarm in your phone to dream, put an alert on your phone to dream. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. If you need an alert to wish somebody happy birthday or to love on somebody on your team, guys, that is what's going to grow your leadership and grow your belief, is all of these small things that we're doing on the daily basis. Okay. So if you got to have notes, if you got to have alerts and you got to have reminders, that's how we function, right? But that allows you not to forget. So that's what we're going to do in the mornings. 5 things. We're 5 dreams, 5 wants. Okay. Then I want you to look at your belief, and I want you to like kind of scale it. If you want to go from a 0 to 10, where's your belief at? Is it a 5 right now? Is it a 6? What's causing it to be a 5 or a 6? And look and evaluate maybe where my belief isn't where it should be. And then if your belief is where it should be, why is it there? And I want you to write that down, because guess what? In 2 weeks, when your belief is a 5, you can go back and say, look, but 2 weeks ago, I was a 9. Why was I a 9 2 weeks ago? And now I'm a 5, right? And we can have those reminders. So scale yourself on your belief. Okay. Yes, I know, Sam, I'm so proud of you guys for doing that. The 90 days. That's so exciting. And Kristen Boss, I love her and all of her stuff so far. So rate your belief. And then I want you to really have a self-awareness about you to know like your triggers, like what's causing me to buffer, what's causing me to not sit down and get my work done, what's causing me to not send that message or to not post that post. And I want you to have enough awareness about you to see what's coming up for you, what feeling, what emotion, like, why do I feel that way? What's causing this? And then I want you to identify one thing that you've been doing that you want to stop doing. What's one thing that you're going to stop doing? Is that buffering? Is that scrolling Instagram and Facebook when you should be working? Is that watching TV in the evenings before your IPA is done? Whatever that is that pressing the snooze button in the mornings instead of getting up and getting things done before the kids get up, or whatever it is? What's one thing that you're going to stop doing? And I want you to look at what's holding you back from going to the next level. What's holding you back? Do you think it's belief? Do you think it's mindset? and write those things down. What's holding you back? And you guys don't have to do these right now, but these are some questions I really want you to take some time to, I guess, self-reflect and be aware of. And then we're going to start with small goals. So 30-day goals, which is June. So the first thing that I really want you to focus on right now is June. What are you going to accomplish? What's your goal for the next 30 days? And I want you to write that down. What do you want to accomplish this month? And then we're going to get a little bit more specific, but we're going to start broad first. So your goal for this month, maybe your goal is a point goal. Maybe your goal is to create a silver. Maybe your goal is to get so many joins or to get so many leadership retreat credits. Guys, every month, it doesn't have to be a rank up month. Every month doesn't have to be, just a point goal. There's so much more to this business than just the points in your back office. Focus on those other things. That way you're not so focused on the points all the time. So 30-day goal. With your 30-day goal, I want you to write down people that matter this month. Who are the people that you are going to spend your time on? Who are you going to love on? Who are you going to develop? Who are the people that you are going to roll up the sleeves with, put your muck boots on, and get in the swamp with? Because leadership is tough. And we can't just say, oh, well, I mean, I like talked to that person like 5 times and I've tried to get her to post and I've tried to do this. Guys, it takes time. It takes effort and it takes a lot of love. And that's what leadership is. We're serving those people with love. So who are the people that matter this month? Who are you loving on? And so when you're thinking this, I want you to think about specific times that you can spend with these people. Who are you going to develop? Who are you going to work on as a business builder in your team? Who are the people that you're going to pour your time into? We're going to work very intentionally with these people. I want you to come back to this because these are the people that maybe you need to set an alert in your phone to say, hey, I need to go love on Duana. I need to go send a quote to Joyce. I need to go tap, 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 right? That's what this is about. So whether you're checking in because she had a rough day with her kids, you're giving her some love with like, hey, like, I believe in you. Let's go do this, right? Or you're going to Pinterest and you're grabbing a quote that you think really would resonate with him and you send it to him. Like, we're just going to tap, tap, tap with these people. And if you need a reminder on your phone, check in with Duana, check in with Joyce. Do it when you know that you are going to be like around your phone. Don't do it at like 1 o'clock when you're like running around with like your chicken, like a chicken with its head cut off. Do it at a time that you know will be good for you. Okay. And so maybe you're thinking of people who are new product users. Maybe you're thinking of someone who has posted before, but maybe didn't get a lot of response. Maybe you could get them to try again. You're going back to people. Maybe you've got a prospect that you're trying to love on, that you're trying to bring on, right? Set an alarm to connect with them on Facebook and send them a message, right? So you're doing those intentional things. But the most important part is that you're clear, right? You're clear on these intentions and it is very specific. I mean, I probably would not choose more than 5 people because you're going to just overload yourself. So like 3 to 5 people. And these are the people that you're dreaming with this month. Okay. The next question, number 2. What are you saying that you don't have time for? What are you guilty of saying? I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I'm not doing it. What are you guilty of saying that? Fill that in. Maybe it is team calls. Maybe it's coaching calls, Zooms. Maybe it's making videos for your team. Maybe it's saying, I don't have time to send more than 3 messages, or I don't have time to, I don't know. I really don't, I personally don't think, I mean, I say that, but like, I say I don't have time to cook. I'm like, I don't have time for that. So find your thing that you're not doing because you say you don't have enough time, and write that down. And then the next thing I want you to write what you're going to make time for this month. What's going to move your business needle forward that you can say, I am going to make time for this month. One, we know we're going to make intentional time for these 3 to 5 people. Even if you don't have one, go find one. That would be your job, to be intentional to find one. So your 1, 3, 5 people that you're working with this month, you're making time for that. But be intentional, be clear. Look at the people in your life. You know that family needs my time, right? My kids need my time. My husband needs my time. And then the next priority is my business. So look at how your life is balanced right now. In that Build to Last book, he talks about when you are building a network marketing business such as this, your life has to be an imbalance at some point. Everything can't be up here, and it's got to be this, right? Because the business is going to be up here while something else is down here. So you've got to find that imbalance. But he says, if you are really ready to make an impact in your business, you have to be obsessed with your business. So that means you're talking about the business, you're posting about the business, you're in your stories talking about the business, and you are clearly got it outlined, who you're working with and what I'm doing this month. And I think that when you can do those things and you can make them simple so you can stick to them, it will make a big difference over the month, and then it can carry into your next 90 days. So that's what I want to talk about now, is your 90-day goal. So you've got your 30-day goal. It will roll into your 60-day goal, which is going to roll into your 90-day goal. But 90 days, if you can look ahead in 90 days and say, I want this, this, and this. I want to create how many silvers? I want to develop this person to senior gold. I want to get a ruby. I want to get whoever, right? You're looking at your team and you're looking at who you can develop over the next 90 days. Who can you take it from your 30-day goal and continue to grow and develop over the 90 days? Okay. So what's your 90-day goal? What's that look like? Who are you developing? And who are you like still loving on in those 90 days? If you created a silver in these 30 days, then we need to be working to silver, senior silver, and gold over the next 90 days, right? So we're focused on that duplication. Then I want you to look at, we're going to start some vision casting, right? Why do you want to hit that 90-day goal? Why do you want to hit that? So if your 90-day goal, say, is to, I'm going to use a range, say hit senior gold, and over the next 90 days, you're going to develop at least 3 silvers. Okay. Why are we doing that? What is that doing for you? What is that doing for your family? What's it doing for those people that you're pouring into? When you're serving those people and you're making that impact, what is that doing for them? What will it mean when you hit that 90-day goal? So maybe it will mean that you earn leaders retreat. And that's the first vacation that you and your husband have ever had alone. Maybe that 90-day goal is senior gold. So you can pay for that vacation for your family. So you can pay off that bill. So you can, I don't know, right? Everybody's situation is different. So why do you want to achieve it? What's that going to mean for you all? What's it mean for the people on your team? How does imagining this make you feel? Recognize that. Do you feel excited? Do you feel like anxious? Do you feel scared? And again, be self-aware of that feeling that it's bringing up. A 90-day goal should probably be a little bit scary. You're probably like, yeah, probably won't, maybe can't, I don't know, right? But you're allowing yourself to write it down and to start working towards it. Like, yeah, this may be scary, but you know what? We're going for it. What beliefs in your daily practice will you have to work on or overcome? So what are you going to have to work on basically on the daily to make this happen? What beliefs? Maybe it's a mindset that you're struggling with. And then what are habits that you're going to have to put in place to make that 90-day goal happen? Maybe you're not doing consistent IPA. Maybe you're not doing enough new reach outs. Maybe you're not connecting with people. Maybe you're just not adding enough value on your social media. Maybe you're not doing live videos. Maybe you're not in your stories with your face. Look at the daily things that will make a difference over the next 90 days. I just want you to think about something. If you reached out 5 days a week, say 5 new people, 5 days a week, right? 25 people a week. If you did that over the next 3 months, what a difference that would make in your new reach outs, right? What if you went live once a week over the next 3 months, adding value to people? Look at the impact that you could start making, right? That's the kind of thing I want you to look at when you're evaluating your habits, because we think, oh, that live video this week, it doesn't matter. That live video this week, it's fine. I'll just do one next week. But look, you already subtracted one from yourself. So the things that are easy to do, right, are also easy not to do. So you have to kind of evaluate those things in a consistent manner. That's the slight edge, right? If you've read the slight edge, that's what the whole book talks about, is the things that you can do daily. And you're like, nah, it really doesn't matter today. No, not today, but maybe today, but not today, maybe tomorrow. And then it's like, you are not in that consistent habit, right? That's not self-discipline. And it's not building consistent habits over time, because we know if you walk a mile every single day, right? If you don't do that mile, okay, it just makes a huge difference in the long run. It may not make a difference today. It may not make a difference tomorrow, next week. But when you look at it over the 90 days, you're like, man, I really missed out on that. I don't want you to miss out on these next 90 days. With convention and summer and then back to school, you can have momentum, or you can be like bah humbug, like everybody's on summer break and going back to school, and my business just took a huge hit. You have the choice. It's all up to you and it's all in your hands, right? The best thing is that it's yours. You make the decision to do what you want to do with it. But I can't do that for you. I can come in and be a cheerleader and a motivator, but I can't go in and physically work your business for you. That's where, that's where your discipline comes in and you're creating those habits. So that's where I want you to think about tonight. So I want you to map yourself out. And if you don't know how to map yourself out, we can help you do that. Okay. So you take your points and you look at where you want to go and you subtract them. And you find that number. Okay. And then you divide it by like 5 or 6. I always divide by 5 because it's just easy and it allows for some attrition. That's the number of orders that you need this month to get to that goal. And then you're looking at, who do you have working on your team? Who can I develop on my team? Who am I going to intentionally pour my time into this month, right? How many people can they add? What's their goal, right? And maybe they're brand new and they don't even have a clue of what their goal should be. That's when you're like, hey, Joanna, I'm going to get on a Zoom with you tomorrow. What time are you free? We're going to just like chat a little bit. We're going to see where you're at, how I can help you reach those goals. And then you get on the Zoom call and you ask them the questions, right? You ask them the questions of what kind of income do they want to make this month, right? How much time can they devote to you working one-on-one, getting their work, their IPA done? And then you find working times and you try to do FaceTimes or you try and do Zoom calls and working IPAs, and you show them what to do. You show them how to find things in the team page. You show them how to post correctly, show them how to add value with their lifestyle posts, the whole 80-20 thing. Show them how to send messages, right? Show them how to invite to an event, those types of things. And you're loving on them. You're pouring into them, right? It's going to grow you as a leader and it's going to grow them. And the more that you do this, the more practice you're going to get. And then you're going to feel so much better when your team rolls into momentum and you don't have one person doing this with, but you have like 10 people doing this with. And then you're prepared and you're ready because you've been doing it with one person. This is something that, like, even as a silver ambassador, I wish I would have done more, because then my leadership would have grown, I feel like, so much faster in my business as I grew. Just digging in with people and showing them how to do this, hold their hand, right? So with your goal setting, like I said, do your maps, look at your people. How can you develop those people? How can you love on those people? And if you've gotten anything from this, I hope that you are getting the goals down on the paper. You're being self-aware of the feelings that these goals are bringing up and the habits that you've gotten yourself into and how you can change them. And that it's super duper important to love on people. And if you need the reminders, set the reminders. I did a Zoom last week, a coaching Zoom with Emily Roberts last week. And she was like, leadership is the sucky part of your Plexus business. And she was like, I hate to say it that way, but that's what it really is. Because this is like the janitorial work of Plexus. You got to roll up your sleeves and you got to scrub the toilets because you love on people and you don't know if they're going to stay or leave. But you can't let that stop you from working with the next person anyways. Because what if that next person is your next jewel on your team that takes you to your next rank, right? You just never know. And so she was like, I set reminders and I love on the people and I do FaceTimes or I call them or I'm like, here's my number. When you need me, you text me, like it's all those things. And like my girls have always known that, like, if you need me, you call me, like you text me, Like Andrea knows, I go to her sometimes and I want to fix it. And then sometimes I like vent to her and I'm like, you don't have to fix it. I just need you to listen, right? Because sometimes like our besties outside of Plexus, you can talk to them about this stuff and they're like, head is spinning because they're clueless, right? They don't have a clue of what you're going through. So sometimes you just need that person to kind of understand, right? Yeah, you got to like suck your way through this to succeed. So focus on these 1, 3, 5 people and just really love on them this month. And I want to see you do that over the 30, 60, 90 days, and then come back and then we'll look and see where your business is. But it should be very, very consistent work. Do your winning day IPA. And if you're doing that winning day IPA and you're connecting with people and you're doing new connections and you're adding new friends to your Facebook and you are adding value, right? That's the most important thing. Brittany Howard's podcast from last week, her new one will come out tomorrow on Tuesday. So the one from last week, it's like 45 minutes. But the title was like, if you're being consistent and you're not seeing results, I highly suggest that everybody go listen to that, leader or not. She goes through each like objection basically that a team member would have of they're being consistent, but they're not seeing results. And she talks about it has to be, usually it's a skill set, a mindset, or if it's an influence thing. And so it helps me like as myself and my business, but it also helps me as a leader be able to identify you all when you're being consistent, but you're not seeing results. And so for myself, so I listened to that again today because it was just so good. And it's really skill set can be learned, right? That's simple. And that's what she even says. That's the one that you can fix the simplest, but it's the mindset and the influence that you've got to pay attention to. And so I just think that all goes back into your leadership and your goal setting. Like your mindset has to be on its A game, right? Because the minute that you see yourself slipping, you got to fix it. You got to go take a walk. You got to take a Metaburn. You got to turn on music. You got to shut the computer for a few minutes, throw the notebook and come back, right? Then the influence part. I feel like you've got to really work on that. And so I know the whole niche thing, like if it's not in your thing to find the niche, but you've got to find something that you are consistently posting about that people know this is why I go to Dewana's page, right? I can go to Dewana every morning and I'm going to see her chipper, cheerful self at 8 a.m., right? And I love it. That's what her followers have caught on to that, right? She's with her grandbabies. Right? So why are people coming to your page? What are they gaining from being there? Right? So look at your influence and look at your goals. Look at those beliefs in that and keep a hold of your mindset. But those 5 dreams every morning should really just set your soul on fire and really be a part of your why of why you're here doing this, right? It's the vehicle to take you to those dreams and those goals. So think about this. Last year, this month was when Andrea hit diamond. So you're already sitting here thinking, I'm not going to hit Leaders Retreat. It's convention. I'm going to be traveling. I've got summer vacation with my family. Like I'm already counting this month out. If that's you really need to like fix it, because that's not going to work. If you have summer vacation this month with your family, that's when you get up 30 minutes early and you work before you do anything else. I've been there for several years now, and it's totally possible with kids of all ages. My kids would eat breakfast and I would sit on the balcony and I'd get my work done. Kids are home. Find your schedule. Find your routine. I'm no mom expert. Believe me, I yell, I do all the things, but kids thrive on structure. Don't let them have free reign of your house and your schedule this summer. Get a routine down. Wake up at a certain time, make them do things like, I don't know, but don't just throw your notebook out the window for this month because you've got kids at home and you've got a vacation and we're going to Nashville. Yes, you're going to be busy over those 5 days, and no, you're probably not going to work a lot. I don't want you to work a lot there. I want you to enjoy your time there. So that's when you front load that month or that week, and you work hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday before you hit the road. And then when you come back on Monday, you're ready to hit the ground running with the new products. And you're front loading. You're heavily connecting right now. You're heavily influential right now. Like, you're very present on social media. You're in your stories. You're going live. You're doing the things, right? And I can promise you that if you can do those things in the summer months, it's so much easier when I'm at work to get my schoolwork or my stuff done because I'm on that schedule, right? So if you can thrive in the summer months with your kids home, you got this. I really believe that's all I had. I don't know if like Andrea wants to pop in if she's free or not, or if anybody else has anything to add or to say, but I really wanted to get back into the whole goal setting with you guys as a team because I just think it's so important. And so I know Andrea did the chat. That's in High Vibe. Write down your goals in the comments so you can join the June chat thread. And I'm super excited to see you guys in Nashville. It's amazing. Like, it is so fun. So fun. One of the best experiences ever. And like, you can do whatever you put your mind to, right? Gosh, what was this? I will mess it up. So I don't want to mess it up. It said, you got to train your mind to be stronger than your emotions or you'll lose yourself every time. So you have to be able to control this. And what you think, we know, like, that's what you become. And I feel like when you write it down, that's what you attract. That's the whole manifesting, right? So imagine it, write it down, manifest it. And if you believe it, I believe that it will come true for you. Like, I can already promise you that, but you have to believe it too. And that is like the number one thing right there, is that you have to believe it's possible for yourself and why you deserve it. And you know what? Let's take 2 minutes and do this really fun activity that she did with me. You guys want to do it? Okay. It's a mindset activity. And I will put on a 2-minute timer, notes on your phone, notebook, I don't care, whatever it is. You are going to write down anything and everything that you've ever accomplished in your Plexus business, whether that's consistent on your products, a MacBook, an iPad, a new enrollee, whatever it is, write it all down. And you have 2 minutes.
The young guns, the quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes, sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder. were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. Say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds.
Okay, stop there. And I want you to circle your top 3 favorites. Okay, does anybody want to unmute? I would love to hear it, anybody and everybody's. Somebody unmute and tell me your top 3 favorite things that you've accomplished or earned in Plexus so far.
I'll go.
Okay,
My top 3 was I hit Ruby. I earned Leaders Retreat. That was in 2020. But my main one was I was in the running for Silver Stars.
awesome. I love that. All right, who else wants to share?
I will.
Go for it.
Okay, consistency on my products. I hit senior gold and I developed a gold.
That's awesome. Anybody else want to share?
I can go.
Okay,
So mine were reaching 1,000 points, the cruise, and developing a ruby.
perfect. Anybody else before I say anything? Okay, so Dwana and Joyce passed the mindset. Leah failed. I failed too, Leah. You have to mention your rank. You have to be proud of where you came and where you are. And so, like I did the Emerald Extravaganza trips. Oh gosh, it's right here in my notebook. But I did, I don't even remember, something else. But I had it written down somewhere and I circled them. But anyways, but I did not circle Sapphire. And so it's like, she's like, you're already like, your mindset is already like, I'm not that, right? I'm not Sapphire, because it's just like your head, right? You mess with yourself. And so you have to just be so proud of yourself, of where you are, how far you've come, right? And so look at that. Look at how far you've come since you started your Plexus journey, right? And be proud of that. Like Allie's an Emerald ambassador, right? Joyce is a Ruby ambassador, right? Andrea is a Diamond ambassador. And you have to be proud of that. Look at what you've built. And so I don't want you to ever forget that. And so keep that close. If that has to be an affirmation, make that an affirmation, right? Even if you like are building towards something else, like to the next rank, believe it, right? All the diamonds say, if you want to be a diamond, work like a diamond. So intensify what you do and just go so intentional. Like, whoops. You're true. That's right. So I want you all to really just love on yourselves, give yourself some grace, and just believe whatever you wrote for your goals this month, that it's possible. Write them all down, keep it handy, post-it notes. Like I just looked back and I was like, oh, my whiteboard still says May, right? So now it's time to do my whiteboard. So whatever that is for you, get those notes and those goals written down, and then just be self-aware of those feelings that are coming up. Okay. And sit with them, tell your brain to shut up, whatever you got to do. Right. And just move forward, but don't stay where you are. Okay. All right. I'm so excited. New month, all this stuff coming, convention, it's all amazing.